Hello everyone. I am Hanan Al Musa from Palestinian schools in Qatar. Today inshallah I am going to explain period 5 from unit 6, the present perfect tense, page 44. Let's start. Today I am going to explain the present perfect tense. When I say tense, it means that I am talking about the time of the action. For example, when I say the past tense, it means that I am talking about the actions that happened in the past, and so on. Now, let's see the first picture. What have you seen here? Yes, we have seen here two players. They are shaking their hands. They played tennis before 1 hour. It means that they started playing in the past and they have just finished the match. The match has just finished. So the action happened in the past with an effect on the present. We form the present perfect by putting has plus past participle. And the time expression here is just. We put just in the middle between has and the past participle. Now look at the second picture. What have you seen here? Yes, we have seen a woman. She is standing and looking at her clean house. She started cleaning the house maybe before 30 minutes. It means the action happened in the past. And the effect and the result is her house is clean and everything is okay. She has already cleaned the house. Now notice how we can form the present perfect tense. We put has plus past participle. We say has cleaned. And we use here the time expression already. We use already to refer to the present perfect tense. And we put already in the middle between has and the past participle. Notice that the verbs finished and cleaned are regular verbs. That means that we end them by using ed. Now look at this picture. What have you seen here? Yes, we have seen some players are on the pitch. What about the result of the match? Yes, the result of the match is 2-0. So we can say the white team haven't scored yet. It means until now they haven't scored any goals. Now look at this question and its answer. Have the white team scored yet? No, they haven't. They haven't scored yet. Notice that this sentence is a negative one. We use here haven't, have plus not. So it is what? It is a negative sentence. And notice here also we use the present perfect tense. We use have plus past participle or haven't plus past participle. Now, what about the time expression that we use here? Yes, we use yet. Yet. Okay, now, when do you use yet? Yes, we use yet at the end of the questions. We say that have the white team scored yet at the end of the questions. And also we use yet at the end of the negative sentences. So we say they haven't scored yet. Now we can represent the present perfect tense by drawing this line. We can say that the action started in the past and the effect of the action is in the present. Now let's read these sentences. Activity 1. Read and think. Look at the verbs and the use of the words just, already and yet. The Brazilian team have won 5 times. They have entered all the competitions. I've changed my mind. He's fallen over. The other team haven't arrived. They have just finished the match. He has already scored 3 goals. They haven't scored yet. According to these sentences, we have the time expressions just, already, and yet. We use them to refer to the present perfect tense. And also I want you to notice the abbreviations and the short forms of have and has. According to the sentence, I've changed my mind, it means that I have changed my mind. And according to the sentence, he's fallen, it means that he has fallen over. Now let's read the rules of the present perfect tense. The first one is the form of the present perfect tense. We can form the present perfect by using have or has plus past participle. For example, we say have broken, has cleaned, etc. The second one is the pronouns that are taking have. We can say that I, they, we, you, and also the plural nouns plus have. The third one is the pronouns that are taking has. We can say that he, she, it, and also the singular nouns plus has. Now the negative form of have is haven't, and the negative form of has is hasn't. Now let's see the short forms of has. The short forms of has, we have here he has his, she has she's, it has its. The short forms of have, I have I've, you have you've, they have they've, we have we've. And also we have two kinds of verbs. We have regular verbs and irregular verbs. Regular verbs, that the verbs that end with ed or d. For example, we have play, played, enjoy, enjoyed, walk, walked. Irregular verbs, for example, we have break, broken, write, written, buy, bought. So in the irregular verbs, we cannot add ed at the end of the verbs. Just you are going to learn them and to keep them by your heart. We use yet at the end of the negative sentences and at the end of the questions. Now exercise number 2. Choose the correct words from the box to complete the rules. Enter, fall, finish, has or have, past, present, start, when. You are going to read these sentences and to complete them by using the words from the list. I will give you 5 minutes to do this exercise. Okay, now number 1. We form the present perfect with has or have and the past participle. Number 2. When we form the past participle, we add ed to regular verbs such as enter, finish, and start. Number 3. Some verbs are irregular, such as fall and when, and we need to learn the past participle. Number 4. We use the present perfect to talk about a past action with an effect on the present. Please check your answers. Now exercise 3. Match the verbs and past participles. In this exercise you have 10 verbs. You are going to write their past participles, and you can find their past participles in the bubble on the right. I will give you 5 minutes to do this exercise. Okay, now number 1. Start, started. Number 2. Score, scored. Number 3. Become, become. Number 4. Fall, fallen. Number 5. Finish, finished. Number 6. Win, won. Number 7. Change, changed. Number 8. See, seen. Number 9. Have, had. Number 10. Do, done. Please check your answers. Now exercise number 4. Complete the sentences with the correct forms of the words in brackets. In this exercise you have 5 sentences and also you have 5 verbs in the brackets. You are going to read these sentences and to correct the verbs by using the present perfect tense. I will give you 5 minutes to do this exercise. Okay, now let's start. Number 1. My best friend has had lunch at my house this week. I want you to notice here in the brackets we have the verb have. Have here is a main verb, like play, like swim, like drink, like score, win, etc. So before this main verb that you must put has or have. We put here has because of my best friend. The subject is my best friend is singular. Because of that we put has. And the past participle of have is had. So it becomes as my best friend has had lunch at my house this week. Number 2. I have learned a lot today. Number 3. My favorite team have won a lot of matches this year. Number 4. I have already visited Jerusalem. Number 5. We have just finished this book. Please check your answers. Now let's read the information box about the present perfect. Grammar. Present perfect. We form the present perfect with has or have and the past participle. When we form the past participle, we add ed to regular verbs, such as start, enjoy, and learn. Some verbs are irregular, such as be, come, and do, and we need to learn the past participle. We use the present perfect to talk about a past action with an effect on the present. Now, before doing exercise 5, I want to show you how to form a question. The first one is how to form yes or no question. We can start by using have or has, then the subject, then past participle, then the object, then the complement. For example, we say, have you done your homework? Yes, I have. Has he scored a goal? No, he hasn't. Now look at this bubble. How to form WH question. WH means what, when, why, which, etc. So we can start by using WH question. Then we put have or has, then the subject, then past participle, then the object, then the complement. For example, what have you seen in the museum? Why has Sarah arrived late? Now exercise number 5. Write questions and answers, then listen and check. In this exercise you have jumbled words. You are going to read and to reorder them to make questions and answers. Then you are going to listen to CD to check your answers. I will give you 5 minutes to do this exercise. Now listen please.
1.
Have our team scored any goals?
Yes, they have. They have scored 2.
2.
Has the match finished yet?
No, it hasn't finished.
3.
Have you done your homework?
Yes, I have.
4.
What have you done today?
I have had an amazing breakfast.
5. What have you visited in Palestine? I have seen many places.
Please check your answers. Thank you for listening. I hope you've understood the lesson.